But when we were kids and we fucking played games, you played your games by yourself usually.
Yeah.
And if you play multiplayer was fucking with your friend there right in the same house with you.
Oh yeah.
And online multiplayer is a super cool thing, obviously.
Yeah.
And I like a lot of the things, but
Oh yeah.
I don't like it when it's just online multiplayer.
Yeah.
Because I don't like that.
I know. I mean, I agree.
But that's just me. I don't. This is all for me.
Yeah,
I'm a selfish
we
bastard.
have a little more of an old school mentality, and kids nowadays don't really. They don't understand.
I guess that's just different times, different shit.
Because there are kids who are like less than 10 years old who are playing like online fucking Halo and Call of Duty.
Yeah, zombies. That's all I ever hear. Like younger kids, I'm playing zombies. I'm playing zombies. Like it's not the best thing of all time.
That's strange to me, because when I was 10, I was like, oh, I got a fucking PlayStation 1, and it's so cool. But that's just the way it is. Like kids now watch fucking YouTube and
yeah, fucking kids now make YouTube videos.
Yeah, it's true.
They record their gameplay and all that stuff.
They get more views than we do.
But when I was a kid, I fucking went home and played Mario, and it made sense. It was an Italian guy fucking.
You just don't get the
mushrooms.
The personal attachment to games now like you once could. Like it was more than just playing a game back then. It was like, oh, the weekend's starting. I'm gonna go to the video store and I'm gonna look through all these boxes and I'm gonna choose this game. And that's what I'm gonna do all weekend. And you had to you had to hone in on that, and whether it was shit or not, you still fucking played it.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people know a lot of shitty games. And I don't know. It was just it was personal. It was when I went home after I rented Vector Man, it was oh whoa, this game's so fucking cool, and I would play
You're about to die, dude.
I know. I'm not paying enough goddamn attention.
You don't have to bring God into this.
I'll do.
But
it
I know what you're saying. It's something.
It was more of an adventure. Even the littlest things would seem more fucking intense back then. And
something that kids these days don't know or understand is before internet. Buying a game was a fucking crapshoot.
Oh,
if you didn't have rented it before and know what it was.
Yeah, you could either rented it or knew a friend who had it, or maybe read in a magazine that was pretty good, but you couldn't always trust much.
Yeah, you can't trust Nintendo Power. They're gonna be, this game fucking rules. It's the best game ever.
Oh yeah, that's true. But that was about all there was. Now it's hey, I wonder if that game's cool. Oh, I'm gonna watch an entire playthrough on YouTube.
There wasn't demos.
There was, but not
like Super Nintendo and those days there wasn't.
Well, no, but not like now where you can just download it.
Yeah.
Just boom.
There was on.
You could go to a store and maybe play a demo, or you could buy a $5 demo disc for PS1 or some shit. But that was it. You just think about now. You hear about a game. You're oh, I wonder what that's like. You look on YouTube, there's gameplay trailer, fucking reviews left and right.
Yeah, a game that I can remember just straight up buying was Mario is Missing.
Oh yeah,
and
failed on that.
Should have known from the title. Obviously, he's not going to be a big part of it. But I didn't know it was an educational game, and me and my dad.
Well, it doesn't sound like an educational game.
Me and my dad took it back and got something else. I can't remember. Another game that we randomly bought was. Dino City.
Dino City.
Yeah, which I like. I like Dino City.
No, Dino City's fun.
And but yeah, that was one we just randomly bought, and I'm glad that it didn't suck complete ass. Or it even if it did, I wouldn't have really known.
Yeah.
But
I can remember buying many games just randomly. One that I have always regretted buying. Oh man, my nose is fucked up. Give me a sec. Cut this out. It's gross. A game that I bought. I remember going to the Hallmark store in the mall.
Yeah.
I think it was the Hallmark store. I don't fucking remember. I was young, like 7, 8 at the most. And I remember seeing, like, they had a couple Sega Genesis games. It was, like, random because this store wasn't a place that sold video games. They just had a couple.
Yeah.
And they had the Page Master. And I remember, like, asking my mom. I was like, oh, I really want this game. Can you please get it for me? She's like, no, I don't really want to buy you a game. And I was like, oh, come on, you know.
You don't fucking love me.
I mean, I didn't take it that far. It was just kind of like, oh, please. And she's like, well, I mean, that's all you're going to get, you know. And I was like, okay. And, man, like, I remember, like, even then, I played, like, the first 3 levels, and it was, like, infuriatingly hard. Like, fucking impossibly hard. And it is a shit game. Like, it is a fucking bottom-of-the-barrel pile of shit, piece of shit. I fucking hate it. People nowadays, like, when you hear people on message boards who are just like, oh, yeah, I played the new Halo, fucking sucked. Like, you aren't a person. You're not a real gamer if you think a game like Halo or fucking... Even if you don't like Wind Waker, if you're like, oh yeah, Wind Waker, fucking worst game ever. No. You have never played fucking Page Master. You have never played fucking Lunar Dragon Song. I've been there. You remember when I bought that game on goddamn Impulse?
I do.
That's the worst fucking game I've ever played, Kyle. Lunar Dragon Song. Do yourself a favor. Give that game 20 minutes of your time.
I couldn't even tell you, like, the worst game I've played.
God, Page Master and Lunar Dragon Song have to be, like, the 2 games that I paid money for and just fucking so hardcore regret. I mean, I didn't really pay money for Page Master. My mother had to put her hard-earned money toward this piece of shit. You know, I just beat the fuck out of that dungeon.
Yeah,
and I didn't even, like, focus on any of it. Like, I just did it.
I wasn't looking. I looked up at one point and saw you had the boomerang. I don't even know how you got it.
I did that whole dungeon. I mean, it's done. I got the reward, I got the weapon, and we just sit and talked about shit nonstop.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're a fucking pro. Oh, let's go, Koroks to the sea. See y'all next year. Why they got? Look at they got nuts. That's literally their nutsack.
And now we'll go back to our talking about dicks and balls.
Yeah, balls and dicks are good. Am I right?
It wouldn't be life without them.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, man, I don't know. People just make me so fucking mad. Like, oh yeah, PS1 had no good games. N64 was awesome. Man, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna say man a lot.
Which, in my experience, people that I've seen is that people hated 64 and loved PS1, which don't matter to me.
I mean, I don't see any reason to really like hate either one.
No, I don't hate PS1.
I really feel like PS1 wins like way hard over it, but.
Yeah, that was like the turning point.
But like, you know, like I've always said, when it comes to like the console wars, when you become an adult and you like decide to stick with gaming, you can like you get to like experience it all. You know, you want to buy a SNES and a Genesis, you can go out and buy them fucking with your money. When you were younger, maybe you had one that you got and you were just like, oh, this one's way better, even though you really didn't know. It was just like, that's the one I got, so I fucking am biased. But when you're 8 years old, you don't know what the word bias means. You just fucking love shit. You just love stuff. But, I mean, you know, whatever.
I feel like you're always going to like what, you know, you had.
Yeah, because I remember when I was like, about 10 or 11, I remember hearing like a kid on the bus. I don't remember his fucking stupid name. I think he was Mexican, maybe. You remember having a Mexican in middle school?
I do not.
We're from a place where there's not a lot of other ethnicities, so like that sounds kind of racist. It sounds racist, but like we probably had one, okay, like one Mexican in our whole like school. Sorry, but like I remember I was talking to him about N64. And he's like, yeah, I got an N64. And I was like, oh, yeah, I got a PlayStation 1. And I was talking about how I had, like, Resident Evil and Space Jam and shit. But, like, he was like, oh, you got a PlayStation 1? I bet you have to wait 2 hours before you can even play it. Loading times. It's like, dude, you read that in fucking Game Pro magazine or something. Like, oh, N64 doesn't have loading times.
I do remember when I was first playing at PlayStation 1 and like, because there'd never been a loading time ever, and I was like, what's this shit?
I mean, the first time I ever seen it, I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, and that did suck, but I mean, that's something you had to do.
But I mean, there are games with awful loading times, but most of the good ones, it's like a good balance. Yeah. It's like it loads for a little bit, and then it... But like the thing is like, that's in a way how PS1 was so far ahead, actually. Because PS1, a CD, you know, it was CD-ROM technology. It's the same technology that you listen to fucking music on. Same technology you had PC software on. It was a disc with 700 megabytes, you know? That's what CDRs still are. But, like, that was way ahead of a 64 megabyte cartridge, you know? And now, like I said, I'm not saying, like, oh, that means it's better. It's not like fucking Atari Jaguar. Good morning! We have one letter. Here is your letter. Hata! Dear Poobut, if you are reading this letter, it can only mean you have peeked into one of our many post boxes. I am indebted to you. I am very sorry. I let you leave without thanking you. Please accept my heartfelt apology. Blah, 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 blah. If you see any wiggling post boxes... Fuck
yeah.
I wonder how many heart pieces we got.
Probably like one.
Is that really it? I don't even see a spot to see. Yeah, we do have one. You got it.
Go get that fucking bottle.
Oh, okay.
I wish I could find the bottle that I left on my game.
Where did you leave it? Does it like tell you? Did you like...
Or I dropped it at Dragon Roost Island, but I don't know if it would be there.
Whatever, dude.
I wish you could like fast travel there.
Huzzoo! What are you buying, stranger? I like this guy. He's all like, oh! Did I already talk to this guy?
I did, I think.
Oh! Doesn't it give you like a badass, like, he gives you like a super crazy membership or something?
I didn't buy anything, so I'm not sure.
Bait bag. I'm about a bait bag. Yeah!